All right, everyone. Okay, so hi, welcome to um our weekly team training. Thank you guys for hopping on a few days early. Um, welcome to my hot mess self. I literally left it till last minute to be packing for Utah, and we leave at like 5 in the morning. So, heyo, we're just gonna wing this. We're gonna go for it. I really wanted to talk to you guys about posturing. And now some of you might know, okay, I know a little bit about that. Some of you might be like, okay, what the hell is posturing? Yeah, usually winging it. That's usually how I fly. um, so I want to do some I want to show you guys some examples and I want to talk to you guys first about everything. Okay. So when I talk about posturing, sorry, I need to caffeinate. Okay, so when I talk about posturing, I'm talking about how we are when we talk to our potentials. Okay, whether it's potential distributors or potential customers, how we pose ourselves in conversation. Okay, so the biggest thing that I've realized in my last almost 4 years in this business is that I need to posture myself as somebody who knows what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. And that doesn't mean I actually need to know what the hell I'm talking about. I really just need to be um, put together and present as somebody who is, well, obviously genuine, but somebody who knows enough to help other people. Okay. So when I first started in this industry, I had no idea about products, about this, what did what the prices were, what the content was, what the ingredients were, anything like that. And it felt so darn overwhelming. Okay. It was something that actually scared the crap out of me. And then when I joined Q again, I looked at all of our products, and we are super lucky to have the vast amount of products that we do, but it can be overwhelming, especially when you're first starting out. And if you're starting as a distributor in Canada, you know that your clientele is going to be, well, I guess in the States too, but like for to learn the Canadian one, which ones are just Canadian, which ones are just US, which ones, like who has what and like what the price differential might be or whatever, right? And so instead of allowing myself to get super overwhelmed, what I did is I picked two products a week to learn about. Two products, two products a week to learn about and focus on. And so I would start like right now with Q. I have learned about the Q core. Okay, so there's a few in there, right? But like the sleep spray, the B12 spray, right? The essential vitamins, right? Our Q core trio. Those are so important to learn about because those are our best sellers. That pack is like literally our best seller. Um, learning about the collagen. If you pick the collagen, we have two different types of collagen. What has what in it? Okay. Just pick the collagen for 1 week to learn about. And you can focus on that. So when you're talking to people about it, you have information fresh and available, right? And you're offering the hemp line pretty much in Canada is what's not available. So anything that they have hemp. Um, but we do have some things that are the terpenes that are essential oil based as opposed to hemp based like they have in the States. So like the chill and the sleep and those ones. So picking one or two products a week just to learn about it, right? You don't need to know everything at once. So if you're wanting to approach somebody or you want somebody to be interested in something, dude, you don't need to apologize for asking. Like that's what this is for. These are informational Zooms for me to help you guys. And so I'm glad when I get questions because that's important. Um, so ask all the questions. But I do have severe ADHD, so I'm sorry if I can't like get right back on track right after. So focus on one or two things. Okay. In those one or two things, you are going to be a professional in it. Okay. So for me, talking to people about the sleep spray, I'm going to use a very easy example and one that I started out with right at the beginning because I tested it out and I fell in love with it. Okay. So the sleep spray is a mixture. It's a melatonin spray. It is one like all natural, organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, like all of our products, which is amazing. And it has 240 sprays in the bottle. Okay, so 240 sprays. And so when I first started, I was like, I'm kind of like a math geek a little bit. And so I was like, 240 sprays. So if you divvy that up between, the max is 8 sprays a day. So if I did, sorry, I'm not going to do math in my head right now because I don't want to sound dumb. 240 divided by 8, that's going to last you 30 days. Okay. If you're someone like me and I only take 5 sprays, That's 48 days. Okay. I know I have a girlfriend that's using the sleep spray and it has 240 sprays and she only takes 3 and it helps her at night. So that's 80 sprays or 80 uses. Sorry, not 80 sprays, 80 uses. Okay. 80 uses for somebody for that small bottle. That's $19.50 US. Okay. That's you being a professional. Okay. If they ask, how would the sleep spray affect other medications like sleeping pills? Here's the best thing I learned. You have 2 segues to this. If you don't know the answer, you say, you know what? That's a super good question. Give me a few minutes here and I'm going to reach out to my girlfriend, Kat. She's been doing this a little bit longer than me and she knows what she's talking about and I will get you the answer ASAP. Okay. Number 2 is if it's like any of a medical question like that, saying, you know what? Our sleep sprays are like our products are all natural, so they shouldn't interfere with any prescription medications. That being said, we always suggest for you to check with your doctor if you're unsure. Easy. Okay. When we're talking to people, and having that confidence about us is so important. So even if I don't know everything about everything, being confident in 1 or 2 things. Okay. When I first started out with Q, sleep spray and the business. Okay. What are the facts that you know about the business? What are the things that you know about this company? Why the heck did you join? Why did you join? Okay. For me, I joined because the comp plan is absolutely unreal. We don't have to do any charting or placing of volume, which is amazing. You have no idea how many hours that saves me. That we have a 1,200% growth increase in the last couple of years. We have all natural products that are developed by a naturopathic doctor, board certified naturopath, sorry. Okay. We have terpenes. Terpenes are first to the market. If you guys didn't know that, our terpenes, huge, amazing. Like we are the first network marketing company to come with terpenes. So those are the things that when I started, that's what I focused on. So when people ask me, okay, well, what's so great about this company? What's so great? Right? Sometimes we freeze, we get overwhelmed. We're like, what do I say? What do I say? Why is it so great? Well, tell them your experience. Well, you know what, girl? I joined because, and I always do voice messages because I talk better than I type. And I do voice messages and I'm like, you know what, Cynthia, honestly, like I never thought I'd do network marketing ever again. It was not my jam anymore. I thought that I would just live my life and go back to my career and do whatever, even though I made good money at it. But when I saw the comp plan for this company and I saw the quality of product with this company and how quickly it's grown, I couldn't say no. I couldn't say no. That we had, a freaking 87% customer retention rate when we don't have to have an auto ship. That's huge. How about the less than 0.5% return orders we have? Because people have 30 days. You can use a whole darn bottle and be like, I don't like how the trim worked for me. And we'll give you a refund. And we have a less than 0.5% refund rate. So that tells you that the products are good. Our growth, the 1,200% in the last few years, that tells you that it's a good company. Okay. So just little snippets like that. If you feel in a conversation that you don't know the answer, take a picture, screenshot it, and send it to your leader or whoever's online. Okay. So like if Karina's online, I send it to her. If Kristen's online, I send it to her, right? I basically reach out to who's available. And you guys, with our community that we've developed here, you guys have pretty easy access to all of us. And when one isn't online, probably 1 or 2 other ones are. If, I know that people are like, oh my God, they're going to think I left them on red. I just left the conversation because I didn't know. Okay, you have 2 options. You can be like, you know what, girl? I don't know the answer to that question, but it's an awesome question. So what I'm going to do so I make sure that I get you the right answer is I'm going to contact my mentor. I'll get back to you in a few. Okay. Second one is you can leave it on red for a couple minutes. Okay. People do it to me all the time. I've done it to people all the time. You just leave it, go ask your mentor and come back with the answer. Okay. If you can't get an answer right away and it might be like a little while, I would definitely use the first and former one. Okay. Another thing is your overall posture within the business, within your social media, showing people who you are, but not, how do I say this? Showing people who you are, but having that air of confidence about you. Okay. So let's rewind like 5 or 6 years on Facebook. I would air kind of everything, having a crappy day, a random blizzard flew into Regina tonight and this super sucks because we're driving to Utah in the morning. Those are the things that I would say. Those are the things that I would post, right? Now it's more about me being positive. So posturing myself on social media so that people are able to see who I am, but also veered more to the positive side, because people don't want to join a team, or people don't want to learn about a product from somebody who's a negative Nancy. Okay. Those people, actually, if I see them on social media, they turn me off immediately, and I usually unfriend them if I don't know them personally. If I do know them personally, I usually reach out and I'm like, dude, like, why are you posting this on Facebook? What's going on? Right. So remember, keep yourself, allow yourself to be real and genuine. Okay. But try to leave the negative at home, if that makes sense. Okay. We have journals, we have friends, we have diaries, we have all of those things to talk about all the negative things in our lives, but social media isn't one of those. Okay. For me as well, on social media, I am a very, to be honest, I'm a very foul-mouthed person in real life. And so when I am doing videos of myself or me and my kids or whatever, like, I usually don't swear around my kids, but like, I try to keep it very PG, max PG-13. Once in a while, I'll share like something on my story that has like the F word in it or something, but like, it's very few and far between, because being postured, allowing yourself to gravitate towards the positive, we kind of just leave that stuff behind. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share my screen on my phone, and I'm going to show you guys a couple examples. And if you guys have any questions for me, please pop them in the chat. I will answer them there we go. I have the chat up, so I will answer them. Share screen. And so I'm going to show you guys like this. I don't even know. One of the 100 conversations I've had today. And by that, you will be able to see. There we go. Okay, so starting broadcast. Let's do this. So, oh my God, 5 million messages here. Okay, cool. So, I have a girl who is interested in the business, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so our conversation started on the 29th. Okay, and like, I'm going to see if you guys can hear my voice messages.
Hello, Savannah. Super glad that you commented on my post about working from home. I'm so sorry. I've been absolutely swamped today, so I'm just able to get back to you now. So basically, the name of the game is I'm working with a new company. They are brand new. They are well established, debt-free, blah, 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 all the logistics that you probably don't care about. And I've only been with them for a couple months, and I'm making some pretty good money. So I'm looking for people that are excited, that are motivated, that are driven, that are ready to work from home and absolutely help us shape the culture in this company because it's so new. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, basically what we do is we reach out to people and expose them to the company. That's literally what we do. So if you'd like to hear more, please let me know. I hope you're having a wonderful evening.
Okay, so that was my like initial voice message. Can you take that out of here? Sorry, my boyfriend came in the room and he has his phone playing a video and whatever. ADHD. Okay, so that's the first part, is like just reaching out, saying all those things, whatever. So then she says, yes, ma'am, I'd love to hear more. Freaking amazing. So how would you feel about me sending you a video about what the company is all about, and then we can go from there? She said, sure. Okay, so I sent her the video. Sent her this.
All right, loves, here you go. So just watch the video. If you have any questions, please just message me. And yeah, message me as soon as you're done, and then we can chat further. Hope you have a wonderful evening.
Okay. So she didn't message me back after, which is fine. So the next morning I just said, good morning, loves. So what did you think? She's like, I only got halfway through the video. I'll finish it now. Last night got kind of busy. I'm sorry. Just finished.
Gosh, girl, no worries at all. I have 2 littles and have a pretty chaotic life as well. So do not worry. So what did you think about it?
Okay. So she says, after many pauses, sorry, 3 kids, 2 jobs. I would love to cut back to just 1. And being able to work from home would be amazing. Okay. Do you see how easy and how fluid this conversation is? Because I'm confident in what I'm saying. I've postured myself in this as the professional, that I'm going to give her information and whatever. So the other voice message, it's long, but it basically just says like, okay, so like, what do you have any questions for me? Like, and I say, yes, it's amazing. This is why I do it. I have been able to cut down part-time at work, validating that like, yeah, we're samesies in this. It's been such a lifesaver for me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then heard nothing back. And I was like, okay. So then today I just said, hey, loves, how are you today? She said, doing good. Got off my first job, taking the kids to another one. Said, so sorry, I had a nail appointment that took forever. Then I picked up my oldest from school. So now I'm going back to being her friend. Okay. Going back to being her friend, not being pushy, not being salesy, not being anything. Okay. So I've postured myself as this professional, looking for people to join me in the business, but I'm also being personable and I'm being her friend as well. Right. Like we're both moms. We both worked a lot. Like we found a common ground that we can connect on. This is why adding people into your network with things that you can connect to, like connect about, is so important. And she's like, I said, oh, any big plans tonight? No, just dinner and getting the kids ready for school. I have to work in the morning. She said, so the Q core and weight loss, tell me more. She actually brought up the company again, right? This is how fluid a conversation can be. So then I tell her about it. That's awesome, blah, 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 blah. So we're still talking about it. There are some times that I send messages. Where is it here? Hold on. Sorry. Here we go. So I sent her a message. Okay. Listened to it first thing and then ignored me completely. And then she's like, okay, what company is it? Blah, 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 blah. Brand new to Canada. Sure, that would be great. Sent her the video. Here you are. She's freaking amazing. And then messaged me after. Didn't message me after. I messaged her today at 1:18 p.m. She hasn't even read my message. Okay. So for me, being postured, right? So back when I first started, literally be like, okay, well, she hates the company. She hates everything we're about. She doesn't care. Oh my God, why did I even send this? Oh, I'm not good at this. I'm done. Okay. That's not accurate. There are 987,000 things that could have happened to her. Okay. Or she just didn't get a chance to watch the video yet. And she's like, oh, sorry, man. But she didn't want to say that because she, I don't know, maybe has anxiety about it or feels weird about it. That's okay. It's okay. And so giving people space and time. So I'm not going to message her tonight. I'm not going to message her even tomorrow morning, probably tomorrow evening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get to Utah and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, Shauna. And I'm going to send her a voice message. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, Shauna, girl, we just got into Utah. I'm so sorry. My data was off on my phone all day. I'm so sorry that I didn't get a chance to reach out to you. How are you doing? How are you feeling about things? Blah. Okay. So again, postured, calm, cool, collected. Okay. When Karina said something a few weeks ago that really triggered something in me, and it was the whole fact of investing yourself in the activity and not the outcome. And so instead of being like, okay, I'm going to sign all these people, how do you deal with the anxieties of all the no's? Oh, that's my favorite question. Okay, so I lost what I was saying. So we'll go on to that. How do I deal with the anxiety of the no's? You know what? I have had close friends that have been like, it's just not for me. And I'm like, cool. And I will voice message them. And literally, my girlfriend Jill, I went to high school with her. She reached out to me about this company, blah, blah, blah. Sent her the video. And she got back to me and she ignored me for a couple days. And so I messaged her and I was like, dude, are you dead? Like, are you dead? I'm worried. And she's like, no, she's like, I've just been busy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. She's like, I just think it's for me. And I said, cool, 100%. Never going to pressure, never going to tell you that you should do something that you don't want to do. But may I ask why it's not a fit for you? Okay. But may I ask why it's not a fit for you? And the reason I do this is because as a trained counselor and social worker, opening up those questions can be an extra added maybe. Okay. So what I mean by that is some people see the video or see the messages and they're like, couldn't do this. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not funny enough. I'm not established enough. I have too many tattoos. I'm way too awkward. These are all my excuses for myself. Okay. So people might read all those things and be like, I'm that person, right? That's how I identify. I'm that person. But when you open up that dialogue, like, why don't you think it's a fit for you? Right. And some people, like Jill's a single mom. She has a girl. She works at a job she hates. And she'd be like, I probably don't have the time and I suck at talking to people. Okay. She hasn't answered me back yet, but I'm assuming she'd say something like that. And they'd be like, dude, I get it. You need 1 hour a day to start out. Even 2.5 hours a day. Even 1.5 hour a day to start out. And I'm never going to pressure you ever because I adore you and I love you and I respect your decision. But I can tell you that being busy is exactly why you need this. Because you don't want to be you told me you don't want to be at this job anymore. So what do you think would make you more comfortable with this? Well, I'm not good at talking to people. Okay, that's fair. Would it help if I told you that this is another good one? So yeah, I'm not good at talking to people. So I tell them like, well, would it help if I told you that we literally tell you exactly what to say? And all you need to do is introduce people to the company and then you introduce them to us and we take it from there. Does that help? That you don't have to know everything about everything right away and you can learn on the job and learn as you go. And I always compare it to like when you start working at a store, right? Like when I started working at our den here, there are 5 million products, right? I don't know what has nickel, what doesn't have nickel. I don't know which is gold. I don't know 90% of what's in there. Okay. And so for me to go in and be like, oh, I'm just going to know everything the first day. Nobody knows everything the first day, right? It's nothing like that. Like like we don't expect you to be a professional and know everything right away. So taking that pressure off of them and being like, look, like I would say to Jill, like I'd be like, look, dude, just give it a week to think about it. Just give it a week to think about it. And like, why don't we plan for a call next Monday night? And you and I, or why don't we go for coffee? Because she lives in the same city as me. Why don't we go for coffee next Monday night and we can chat about it? What do you think? Okay, ending with questions is also super good too. My anxieties that tie with the no's are, and I've told myself this pretty much every day for the last 4 years, every no is a not right now. Every no is a not right now. Unless they're completely rude and abrasive and don't understand the difference between originating MLM companies and what network marketing has grown into. Because those people I don't waste my time with. I really don't. I just tell like no is not right now. And that's okay. It might not be a fit. And then the cool thing is that those people usually come to me 1, 2, 5, 7 months later and they're like, okay, you're still killing it. Can I please join? Right? But we need to stay consistent, right? Like I said in the live in Limitless the other day, the only way that you will not be successful at this is if you give up. It's really true. If you don't believe in yourself and you give up, because you have every opportunity to be successful in this in every way, shape, and form. And it's the same for everybody else. It's just how much are you willing to put into it? How much are you willing to invest in yourself so that you feel confident enough, right? For me, sending voice notes used to be something that literally scared the heck out of me. Like it was the hardest thing for me to do. But finally, I got to a point that I realized how much more time efficient it was, how much more personable it was, and the response I got was a million times better. So send practice ones to yourself. You know, like, oh, I think I sound, for me, I think I sound like a man on the phone. I do. I don't know why. It's just a thing that I've always had. Because when I was younger, I was told that I sounded like a boy, and I've carried that with me for life. Okay. And so I'm like, oh, I can't voice message. No, you can, Kat. Like, enough. Okay. How bad do you want this? Allow yourself to just do it. Oh, I love that. Oh my God, Jennifer, if you guys haven't heard Jennifer's voice, it is the cutest voice of life. I love it so much. It's the best. I wish I had her voice. But yeah, like allowing yourself, guys, like, you know, you are the professional in this, whether you've been in it for a day, a week, a year, 4 years, 5 years, you're the professional and you will learn on the job. Okay. That's why people, like, when you start a new job, you usually have 90 days, right? 90 days where they're like, hey, this is your, like, I forget what it's called, like trial period or whatever. 90 days to see if you can figure your stuff out and be good and effective at the job. Give yourself that with this 90 days of consistency. You will be surprised. If you're not confident in continuing messaging with people, group chat, Zooms, those are all things that are readily available to you guys. Okay. We love doing Zooms. It's fun. It's fun for us to like sit and talk about why we joined this company and how stoked we are, especially where we came from. Like, we're excited, very excited. And we love sharing that with the world. Okay. And you guys, if you're not there yet, that's okay. But you will get to that point. I promise you. I know that if like, I never thought that I could do team trainings. I never thought that I would be good at any of this, but I've allowed myself to just, my why is more important than my fear. My why is more important than my fear, right? Fear is a gift. Fear means that you care. And if you care, you're going to do a good job. So allowing yourself to stay postured within these conversations, know that you don't need to know everything about everything, that you can reach out and ask for help, that what other people think of you, this is a big one actually, what other people think of you is none of your business. Okay, so what other people think of me is none of my business. It's another thing that I tell myself all the time. When I'm sending out invites to the events, so hard for me still, because it's so different, right? And I'm like, what other people think of me is none of my business. And most people respond to me, and most people are super awesome. And they're like, oh yeah, I saw you started something. That's super cool. Yeah, I'll hop on. Or no, I can't tonight. I'm busy, right? So just have patience with yourself, like practice some kindness, because this stuff will come and it will become more and more natural the more that you do it. Okay. Some days I need to put my phone away because I do suffer from anxiety, right? So some days I do need to put my phone away and just be like, okay, not today, not in the mood, not the type of day that I'm going to be able to talk to people. That's okay, right? As long as it's not every day. So allowing yourself to like just believe in yourself, and that's what posturing is. Like it I know that it sounds silly, but like when I was with my last business, I went on these like, oh my God, so many, like I went on like all this like self-help stuff and like read all these things that I still do. But like there was one specific guy and he always talked about posturing and standing within your pillars. Okay. So like being the person that you are, being genuine, and allowing yourself to flourish as a professional in this business. And if you don't know, you have people that do know. And like every conversation that I've had has pretty much gone like those conversations that you see here, like that I showed you guys tonight. Some people ignore me for days. Some people, I actually found some people on my messenger that I hadn't messaged with since 2018. I just dropped them. I didn't even follow up with them. What? And they reached out to me about this business. So I was like, oh girl, I'm so happy you reached out about this one. right? So just enjoy it, have fun with it. Invest yourself in the tasks. I'm going to message 20 people today about the event tonight. Okay? I'm going to follow up with 30 people, like in like a non-spammy way. Like, hey girl, how you doing? Or go to their page. This is my favorite. Sorry, I'm just going to give a little tip here. Going to their page and seeing like a recent photo or something that they posted, commenting on it and liking it, and then going to their messenger and being like, oh my God, dude, I just saw your post and it's so funny. How are you? Right? Or I just saw your post, like your kids are so freaking cute. Where did you get their snow? Where'd you get their toques? Right? Like just stuff like that. Like it isn't neuroscience. It's just a very easy step-by-step system that we talk to, follow up, invite, right? Talk to, follow up, invite. That's it. It's very, very simple. And if you don't know where to go with something, screenshot it and send it to your mentor. So do you guys have any other questions for me? Because we have 7 minutes left on here before it cuts me off. Any kind of questions? Okay. Well, if you guys, or Jen, do you have one? Yes. Okay. Do you want to unmute yourself and just ask?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Please forgive me, boyfriend's playing Blackout 4 in the background. Anyway. Shush, I'm in a meeting. Shush it. Anyway, I'm trying to ask a question. Leave me alone. What do you do when they ask about the shipping time and all that stuff, especially now that all the trucks are having a party
Yeah.
and not letting anybody have their
So what I usually do is I am very open and honest. Okay. So like, especially like shipping costs in Canada right now, like I always tell them, I'm like, girl, like shipping costs are atrocious. They're atrocious. I can't even lie, because we are such a new company that we don't have a distribution center here in Canada. Okay. But I will tell you this, for the quality of product that you're getting, you would pay quadruple that for shipping if you knew what you were going to be getting. Okay. With time wise and stuff, I say, you know what? I would love to tell you exactly when you're going to get something. But unfortunately, there are world events right now that are preventing trucks from crossing into Canada and delivering us our stuff. So I can't give you a definite time, but I can assure you that, you know, you're able to track it through your login, and it'll get to you as soon as they let it. Like I don't, you know, sometimes when there's delays or like things that have happened on our end, or if we run out of product, I haven't had that happen with Q yet. But like before, if we would run out of product or something and somebody would get like a thing like, oh, this product sold out and you can't get it till this date and blah blah blah, people would be upset with me. And so what I would do is I would be like, look, I'm legit so sorry. What I'm going to do is send you like a sample pack in the mail. You know, it's worth $40, but like it's my thank you to you for like, you know, being patient and kind during this time and blah blah blah. So
Okay.
yeah.
My tracking number doesn't work with half of my orders. Is that a normal thing?
It is a normal thing. You just need to find where it's tracking through. So if it hasn't been processed through Canada Post yet, or if it has already been through Canada Post, or if it's USPS or FedEx.
So you got to play tag with it.
Kind of. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just one of those things. But if you do, big tip for you guys, in your back office, you can click on customer support chat and you can talk with a real live person, and they are so amazing. Like they're so amazing. So if you put in your ambassador ID and name and everything, blah blah blah, and then they're like, hey, what can I help you with? And be like, where the heck's my order? Here's my tracking number. Can you find it? And they'll find it. They're pretty awesome. So, and they're super helpful. Yeah, Hillary, mine didn't take that long either. And it's crazy because I'm in Saskatchewan and like everything takes longer to get here. But like I know people that are in, that are in like Vancouver area that are still wait weeks for theirs, which is super sad. It makes me sad. But yeah. So all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm sorry about the hot mess that you're seeing here. But yeah, we're going to Utah in the morning. So be sure to follow all of your leaders on this conference journey because yes, you're going to see a lot if you've bought the event ticket, but you're going to see a lot more on our stories and stuff. And it's going to be freaking amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Jen. Have a good night. Bye.